I don't know, Brevin. Is it a thing of the show now? JP's dumbass pick of the week? Ryan Spann? Kurt Hollabaugh? Some
I
might
mean, if
say Robert Valentine.
yeah, if you're siding with me, I wouldn't call it that, but you do have your moments. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy JP. And in today's episode, we will be going down the list of all the amazing fights for UFC 314, breaking them down and providing you guys with our predictions, just like we do every single week. And before we dive into it, guys, we are doing a giveaway this week. So make sure you stay tuned throughout the course of the video, not only to hear our predictions, but to leave yours as well. We will be doing a $14 giveaway to you guys. All you have to do is leave a comment below with your prediction of whatever it may be. It can be, Patty Pimblett to go over 2.5 rounds with Michael Chandler. It can be a money line bet. It can be any type of parlay that you want, whatever you can dream up. $14 on that bet for you as our giveaway this week will be the grand prize. Make sure to leave that comment down below right now. Before we dive into it, JP, kind of a so-so week this past weekend. Not really the most exciting stuff to talk about, which is good going into this big of a pay-per-view. I feel like we need this as a pick-me-up.
1000%. Um, I mean, it's got to be top two for the worst cards of the year. For one, for two, Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, if we're gonna talk about boring styles, Torres Finney needs to be who we use as a scale now instead of I don't even know that one guy who fought Aldo. I'm forgetting his name right now.
Was
That
it
kid.
Martinez or was that someone else?
No, it wasn't Martinez. It was Why am I forgetting his name? He just leaned on him on the cage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, people thought that was boring. Holy shit, Torres Finney. Oh my god, dude, terrible. But yeah, this card's stacked. We've been looking forward to it. Who knows? We might see an exorcism happen on the main card. I mean, you never know with Bryce Mitchell. So I'm excited, dude.
I'm very excited as well. We're down in Miami, Florida. You know the stars are going to be out for this one.
Facts.
Prime freaking time. This is the UFC that we've all come to know and love. I mean, these stacked cards, a lot of great personalities. I'm super excited for the week building up to it. And then obviously Saturday night, we will be trading some leather and I will be absolutely stoked.
Mm-hmm. It'll be
All
lit.
right. It will be very lit. As we dive into this, make sure to get your comments in down below with your picks. It can be anything. Enter for your chance to win the $14 bet giveaway. First fight on this card, Darren Elkins taking on, I'm sorry, excuse me, sorry, scrolled up way too far.
I was gonna say.
Nora, not Darren Elkins. Darren Elkins' long lost cousin, Nora Cornolle, taking on Haley Cowan.
Oh, Miss Cornhole. Second time we've seen her. All right. First time we saw her, she fought Cavalcanti.
That's right.
And it's kind of funny. She's 8-2 in her professional record. Both losses are to Cavalcanti. One in the UFC and then one in 2021 when she first started. Haley Cowan, I'm kind of surprised right now. And normally Tapology, I mean, I don't want to offend anybody here. But every time we break these down, we see Tapology's like community picks. Tapology's not always correct. Tapology's wrong, I'd say the majority of the time with the picks. It surprised me that no one picked Cowan though, because they normally pick a girl who's not disgusting to look at. Hey,
It's
don't
true. A
shoot the
lot of it
messenger.
has to do with like looks and,
Exactly.
likability, persona, stuff like that.
Exactly. And she's not the worst girl to look at, you know? With that being said, there's not much high level going on here. Not a fan of it. I would like to say I like Haley's stand up and her movement more and say she has potential, but she's 33. What kind of potential are we gonna get out of her now? You know, and she drops her hands, her chin's way out there. She gets hit quite a bit. At least Nora's got some KOs, you know, and then I don't like Haley's entry or anything. I don't know. And then the other thing with this chick, dude, is when you look at her record, I mean, Brevin, what sticks out? I sound like a fucking parrot now. Nothing but
With
canceled
Haley's?
fights. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just canceled fights. You guys hear me talk about it every week, so I don't know, man. And then a Jamie Lynn Horth loss took her long. I don't know. Give me Nora Cornhole.
Yeah. Bingo, bango, JP, Nora Cornolle. And you mentioned it. I mean, a lot of the times in these women's fights, it's best to pick the woman that looks more like a man. And Nora Cornhole definitely is filling that role in this matchup. I believe she has a little bit more power in her hands. She does have dangerous striking at times. And hell, Cavalcanti is 4-0 in the UFC and has been on an absolute tear. So I can't blame her too much for a split decision loss. That honestly maybe could have gone her way. But I think she's got a little bit more potential than Haley Cowan at this point. JP mentioned it. Cowan's a little bit older. To me, Cornell is kind of more obviously like still old. She's 35, so she's older, but like inside of the UFC, she's a little bit unproven because she had to fight a girl that she already had fought outside the UFC, and then her other fight in the UFC, she did really well and won. I think this will be another good opportunity for her to show her skill set to Dana White, uh, you know, and all of us as the fans say, "Hey, I still got this. I'm still really dangerous in this women's division."
100%. 100%. I'd stay away from it. That's just me though. I'd stay away.
Stay away from most of the women's fights, but
Facts. Absolutely facts. If you're a different type of degenerate if you're betting on women's fights. Like we're all degenerates here. Get some help, brother. Get help. Um God, this card is so good. A lot of close fights in my eyes. This being one of them. Gore and Marco Tulio.
yeah. Interested to hear your thoughts, JP. Gore been on a nice little run. His last two fights, Josh Fremd win, guillotine choke. Antonio Trockley, guillotine choke. Trockley's terrible. But the Josh Friend win, in my opinion, was very impressive. He does have that nice guillotine on him. He's very strong. And then the Trockley one was a standing guillotine. Very strong. He'll look for that guillotine. He'll land it. I do question Tulio's grappling ability. I mean, in all of his fights, he's a kickboxer. He's from shoot to box. Like he will stand and bang with you. He's got a lot of KO power. Um, how's he look when the wrestling is coming his way? I don't know. We'll find out on Saturday. I think Gore is going to bring the pressure to him. He normally walks forward, walks his opponents down, and looks for the takedown. Find a submission. I don't know, JP. Maybe you'll have to sway me right now. I'm honestly leaning towards Gore. I like Tulio. I like his power, but we've never seen him have to wrestle. And honestly, like looking at his last couple of opponents here, like Ihor Pretoria, he's terrible. He's like 2-5 in the UFC. He gets KO'd by everybody. That's
He's
just
cut
kind of like
now.
a yeah, and he's kind of like a showcase fight. Gore actually is a very good fighter. Arguably, in my opinion, beat Brian Battle when those two matched up. He's gonna wrestle you. Is gonna have to show us, hey, do I have takedown defense? And then can I get back up to my feet and then land the powerful strikes? I like Gore, the big time underdog.
Wow. Wow, he is a big time dog. That's crazy. First dog of the night for Brevin. Yeah, man, a couple things about this fight. First of all, am I the only one that thought Trayshawn was smaller?
He seems that way, but that's because Trockley's 6'6".
Yeah,
So he
and
was giving
then
up 6 inches.
and Frem was 6'4", so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, Tulio's gonna be the much bigger guy in this. Not true at all. Not true whatsoever. So that surprised me a little bit. Trayshawn, he's only 5-2. Right? He's only 5-2. He is 30. They're both the same age. Like months apart, 2 months apart. Interesting, man. This one first, I know you called the dog call. Big time underdog plus 280. I don't think these lines should be the way they are. I think they're too wide in both directions. I think it should be closer to a pick'em. Tresean's interesting. He doesn't have bad defense. He likes to shell up when you get close. Who is it that he Cody Brundage? That was after the Bryan Battle fight. Hit him like kind of right on the ear, right above the ear, closer to the back of the head ish.
Yeah, on the temple.
Yeah, put him down there. Which is, I mean, I don't know. Take that how you will. Cody Brundage is Cody Brundage, but he likes his power leg kick from his right side. Right, he likes to swing that thing out. It's fast. It's quick. He likes to hammer it. Tulio likes leg kicks of his own. They're more of the lead leg kick, the front leg kick. But it's interesting to me. And Tresean, I feel like, is trying to get on the inside a little bit as well. Tulio will kind of stand in front of you, and he'll feint a little bit, and then he'll do this where he pauses, and then explodes real fast. He'll throw something straight, something big. Every once in a while, he'll explode and throw a 1, 2, 3 as he's kind of blitzing you, running towards you. And if he lands, it's big time damage normally. For the other guy. He also has this beautiful spinning back kick to the body. He ended a guy on the Contender Series with it, threw it on the first Contender Series fight. Interesting one for me here, dude. I really went back and forth all day about this one. And I don't blame you for picking Gore. I really don't. I feel like Tulio's got the grappling somewhat, right? Because he's from Shoot the Box. And I know they do grappling. I mean, that whole gym in there, they're not slouches, but is it more jiu-jitsu? Is it, obviously I don't think he's going to go out there and fucking pull guard at any point, but I don't know. And if he gets a little wild sometimes, he loads up and gets a little wild. And if he misses one of those, gets clipped in the pocket, I don't know. We'll have to see, but the power, maybe it's the gym bias from me. I do like Shoot the Box. I mean, for the most part, we've seen a lot of them lose at the beginning of this year. I don't know. I think I'm going to stick to my guns. I think I'm going to go Tulio.
Yeah, can't blame you there. And guys, I'm gonna do my best not to sway JP. I've been doing that the past couple of weeks. It came back to bite him in the ass. I feel bad, so I'm gonna let him be his own little fledgling and fly out of the nest, okay? But the other thing that I will make note of is like you think the power is on Tulio's side, and on his film, sure. And on Tresean Gore's film, it's like, maybe it's gonna be a little bit more of like wrestling, jujitsu. Tresean Gore throws hard, and he
Yeah.
has power of his own. He wobbled Bryan Battle in the second round of their fight. That will be something that you see on Saturday. Like, wow, Tresean Gore is very, very powerful. He's very well built for this division. He throws everything he's got into his punches as well. I think they're honestly pretty closely matched up as far as the power goes. It's just like the wrestling upside of Gore. I'm interested to see how Tulio responds to that.
I think both of us had the same question. Is how is Tulio going to do with the grappling? And I think you answered it with, I like what Gore has to offer. He's shown it to me. And I answered with, I think we'll do enough to stay away.
Sure.
Interesting. Very interesting. Also, you did say you're not going to sway me anymore. The one pick I wanted to go on the other side, and then I sided with you, bit me in the ass. And then I forget who it was with your pick. Later in the card, bit you in the ass. So we sway each other on the wrong ones.
That's right. That's right. All right. Moving up the card, we have Sumudaerji taking on Mitch Raposo.
All right. Who was it? Reese McKee. The pick that I wanted to go the other way on.
I'm sorry.
Reese McKee last week. What was it? 0-4. Yep. He was in the UFC before that. Yeah. So everybody looks at that and they're like, "Oh my god, this guy's not winning." Sumudaerji, 3-fight skid. Okay, 3 losses right now in a row. His losses: Matt Schnell, sub. Okay, Tim Elliott, sub. Which if you guys need to go watch that Sumudaerji Tim Elliott fight. Tim Elliott is a wild man. Okay, I didn't like Tim Elliott. The more I watch him, I kind of enjoy watching him fight. Dude's pretty entertaining. He subbed him up though, and then Charles Johnson decision loss. Sumudaerji's not bad. Okay, I do like his stand up. He manages distance well. He's quick. He's got decent footwork. You know, his takedown defense is okay, but once we get to the ground, we're just kind of screwed because that's how he loses is from sub. You know what I mean? What is his 1-6? So like at some point we got to do more than just takedown defense because you're getting subbed. Like everybody knows how to beat you. He does have quite a few canceled fights as well. Okay, I know I'm a parrot. I understand. It just bugs the shit out of me. It annoys me. I don't like that look. Mitch Raposo.
Can I add in real quick?
Go ahead.
With that, there are some that are his fault, and then there's also some with like Manel Kopp. He tested positive for.
Steroids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we've got Alan Nascimento, who Nascimento withdrew. So I really like paying attention to who's actually withdrawing. Is it their fault? Is it not? He does have his fair share of withdrawals himself, but
Yeah.
not every single one of those is his. Like some of the other people that we've seen and talked about in the past, where every single canceled bout is their fault.
Daniel Santos, looking at you, brother. Okay.
Right.
You screwed us with the Davy Grant pick. We were gonna fucking make money on that. So that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I do look at him and see. But Mitch Raposo. Mitch Raposo is 0-1 in the UFC. His one fight is Andre Lima. Hey, we like Andre Lima. Okay, we are pretty high on Andre Lima. He took Andre Long, right? Split decision. What did I tell you guys? Okay, if you just look at Tapology, you see, oh, split decision must have been a close fight. We just saw, and I'm shitting on Torres Finney for his performance. We saw one judge give that 3-0 Valentin.
Right.
You cannot do that. That is not correct whatsoever. There's no way in hell. So you never really know. You got to go back and watch the fights. I think Mitch Raposo has fought absolute fucking cans. Atrocious. Go back and look at his thing. The people that he's fighting to start his pro career. 0-3, 5-14, 3-3, 1-3, 4-3, 7-0, 3-2, 7-4-1, 2. Do we get the point? Do we get the point? I hate his stand-up. I think it's slow. He moves too much. Stop moving. Just stop moving. I cannot stand it when people do that. Sitting there, they look like they're cracked out. I don't like it, and I personally don't think he has the takedown offensive to get Sumudaerji down. I really don't. I think Sumudaerji finds a win here. I think he manages distance well. I think he's the better striker. Give me Sumudaerji.
Interesting, JP. I really didn't think you would pick Sumudaerji after his last performance, but bingo, bango, give me Sumudaerji. Here's the thing. JP talked about this grappling being his downfall. We picked Charles Johnson to sub him. Sumudaerji was the one initiating the grappling, was the one that had Charles Johnson in some deep submissions. If you go back and watch that fight, that grappling is much improved, and his stand-up has always been his strong point. Raposo, on the other hand, can at times be a decent wrestler, but normally he fights off of his back foot. If one guy just starts slightly moving towards him, he will start backing up, backing up, backing up, getting to the fence. And when Sumudaerji fighting forward, he's a very, very dangerous man. I think the length, the reach advantage, the height advantage, the strength, and the striking power coming from Sumudaerji will give Raposo trouble on Saturday. I think the leg kicks will be there because he's very heavy on the front foot. He is a wrestling first minded individual, and you can see that in his stance. So the leg kicks are there because they're heavy on the front foot. Sumudaerji, I think, can pick him apart and really find his way. And like JP said, Raposo striking doesn't impress me. It's just a 1-2, 1-2, big overhand right, trying to find a big KO that worked at some of these amateur levels and other organizations with absolute cans in them. It won't work against a very high level striker like Sumudaerji. So bingo bango, give me Sumudaerji, Tibetan Eagle.
Yeah, love that nickname. Man, I feel like he knows his back is against a wall type of thing. Like he's got to win this or it's wraps.
He might get cut. Yeah. I mean, he's fought good competition for the most part, but he's got to prove himself at some point.
100%. And if Mitch is going to let Sumudaerji go first all night and try and counter him with his dog shit overhand right,
That's the much smaller guy. Right.
Yeah. He's getting busted up all night long. So, crazy. We're both on Sumudaerji getting his first win in the UFC. All right. Next one. Next one of these guys was hella fun to watch film on. Cedric Dumas and Mikhail Oleksiejczuk.
Oleksiejczuk. Yeah, Oleksiejczuk, kickboxer. He'll stand and bang. He's got KO power. Dumas, he's honestly pretty well rounded. He will strike with you. He throws nice leg kicks, but he'll also kind of get inside and turn to a wrestler as well. He's got some jujitsu in his back pocket. And honestly, in Oleksiejczuk's last time out against Shara Bullet, didn't look all that impressive to me. He really just ate a lot of strikes and he was very responsive. He really should have been a better wrestler in that matchup, and he tried and just failed. Didn't like it. I think Dumas would have fared better against Shara Bullet, honestly, in that matchup. Maybe in their matchup on Saturday, I like Cedricus Dumas. Give me Cedricus Dumas. I think he can do more. I think he's the underdog right now. I don't really see it. Like JP said, a lot of these fights can be coin flips, either one way or the other, pretty evenly matched, which is great. It makes for a wonderful pay-per-view. You'll probably see some great fights. As far as predictions, it makes it a little bit tougher. But I like Dumas. I really do. I think he's got more skills to get it done outside of just Oleksiejczuk's knockout power and standard kickboxing approach.
Interesting. Very interesting. So I said one of these guys was very fun to watch film on. I'm sure you could guess which one it was. It was Oleksiejczuk. Okay. Watching the Kevin Holland fight, first of all. He dropped Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland threw a terrible kick, dumbass kick, and just boom, ate it on the chin, right? Sat Kevin down. Mikhail, I'm talking shit about Sumudaerji with a terrible submission record in his career, right? Oleksiejczuk is just as bad, and this dude is the type of idiot. He will not tap, okay? Kevin Holland put him in an armbar so tight. You watched Oleksiejczuk's arm, and I know, Brevin, you probably didn't watch it because I know you hate watching that shit. Snapped it. You can see it snap. And you can see Kevin telling the ref, hey, his arm is broken. His arm is broken. Herb Dean ends up stopping it because his arm is broken. Mikhail gets up, and he's mad at Herb for stopping the fight. Said, bro, I didn't tap. Brother, were you going to get up and throw your arm at him like a wet noodle? What were you going to do? Okay? You watch the Shara fight, he's just sprinting at Shara. Okay? Now, here's my next thing. First of all, we picked Cedric Dumas to beat Denis Tulio. Did not like Cedric in that matchup whatsoever. I thought he looked terrible. Way too close for comfort. Denis Tulio is a can. I don't know, Brevin. Is it a thing of the show now? JP's dumbass pick of the week? Ryan Spann? Kurt Hollabaugh? Some might say Robert Valentin.
Yeah, if you're siding with me, I wouldn't call it that, but you do have your moments.
Oleksiejczuk is going to press forward. He's just going to make it chaotic, like you said. He's just going to throw bombs, make it chaotic. He hits hard. He's decently accurate. For some reason, I don't like Dumas's defense when the space closes, when we're in the red zone. Don't like it whatsoever. If you ragdolls him, you ragdolls him. Give me Mikhail Oleksiejczuk.
Okay. All right. Interesting. You just talk shit about him for a good 10 minutes and then picked him. Hey, to each their own, JP.
That's why I called it that. My dumbass pick of the week, maybe.
Listen, he's the favorite. So, the odds makers and everyone else right out there right now is agreeing with you. I just see something on film that I think gives Dumas the advantage. And
I just personally don't like, for me at least, I don't like how Dumas handles the red zone or pressure. He puts his hands up and then just kind of shoves them. I just don't like it. I don't know. Maybe it's an ick for me, and
you got
it'll
a
give me the
UFC
wrong
ick? I didn't even know those existed.
Who knows? All right. Like I said, JP's dumbass pick of the week. All right. Mikhail Oleksiejczuk.
It is a favored fighter. Hey. All right. Interesting.
Oh, man. That is funny.
All right. Next fight. We've got old man Darren Elkins taking on Julian Erosa.
Wow. What a fight here. What a fight. Darren Elkins. Let's start with Erosa. Okay, Erosa's been around for a while, right? Part of the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, let me go back and look at how long it was. 2015. All right. High school Moser, high school Renteria. Okay, we're both bald, running around in high school, playing football. Brevin's dropping pick sixes. You know how it goes. I've told you guys this story many times. All right, Julian Erosa's on the Ultimate Fighter, fighting for his life, right? Loses on a McGregor Diaz card, by the way. Who remembers that? Loses out of the UFC. Okay, comes back to the UFC. When was it? Oh, he was on the Contender Series in 2018. Jamal Emmers win. That's right. Comes back, wins that, and then he's hit or miss, right, in the UFC. He's knocking people out with the head kick. He's losing to dog shit people, and then he's getting 2 gillies. His most 2 recent fights, 2 gillies. Ricardo Ramos and Christian Rodriguez. Go watch the fights. I'm not gonna sit here and lose my shit about how you just stick your neck in a guillotine, because they do. And Julian Erosa's long. Okay, he's got long limbs. He's tall. Perfect build for a ghillie. Perfect build for an armbar. Whatever. These long guys, they wrap your legs around you. The moment you get put in the body triangle, you can't go anywhere. You're an idiot. Christian Rodriguez couldn't survive for 11 seconds. Sticks his neck in a ghillie. Drives me nuts. Okay. Darren Elkins. Darren Elkins just fought Daniel Pineda. Daniel Pineda, first of all, tested positive for steroids. Second of all, oh, I'm shocked looking at him. Look at the dude's back. Holy shit. Massive. Third of all, okay, we want to say Erosa by sub, Erosa by Gilly. Oh my God. Erosa's got 14 wins by submission. Let me go back, make sure I have the number right, okay?
That will pop up in our comment section.
It will. Erosa by sub, Erosa by sub. Relax. Settle down. Yeah, Erosa's got 14 wins by sub. Daniel Pineda has 19. I don't want to hear it. For one. For two, Daniel Pineda's got a nasty guillotine. Nasty guillotine. And he's on steroids. He's going to pop your fucking neck. Pop your head like a Pez. And what happened? Oh, yeah, that's right. He put Darren in 3 guillotines. Nothing. Darren is one of these dudes. You will not get him with a guillotine. You can burrito it and pull a guillotine on Pat Sabatini all you want. You're not going to get it. And he says it in the post-fight interview. These dudes can pull gillies all they want. They will not get me. This dude, he quite literally has to die or go out. You're not going to get it. You will not get it. I don't want to hear Erosa by sub, jump in, whatever. If he outstrikes him, he outstrikes him. I think Darren Elkins is a fucking dog. He's not going to stop unless he's unconscious or dead. Give me Darren fucking Elkins dog money, baby.
Wow. Big time underdog. JP, also a 40-year-old man. How are you feeling about that?
Yep, you guys hear me say fade the 40s too. Hey, Erosa's going to jump that gilly. You know he is. He ain't going to get it.
Yeah, fade the 40s. Sometimes JP doesn't listen to his advice, and sometimes neither do I. Bingo bango. Give me Darren Elkins. I think JP hit it spot on. Julian Erosa will shoot the guillotine because that's what he has come to find success with inside the UFC. Like JP said, a lot of times Erosa's fighting in his younger days, getting his ass kicked. Recent times, he's found a guillotine, got the win, got to celebrate, got some popularity, feeling good about himself. Well, guess what? He's going to go into Saturday and be like, hey, I can snatch up another guillotine. I'm sure he's seen the interview of Darren Elkins saying, hey, I give these guys guillotines because I know I can get out of them, and then I'm in a very good position to land my ground and pound. And, you can think to yourself, oh, he's going to be prepared for that. These guys are smart. We see it every freaking weekend, man. These guys have no IQ whatsoever. JP says that's why they're fighting for a living. Beg to differ. They're very skilled individuals at what they do. And I'm not calling them dumb, but I do say that they could utilize a little bit better coaching in their corners, because Darren Elkins will go in there on Saturday, give Erosa his neck. Erosa will take it. Darren Elkins will get out of it and then lay in ground and pound. And that's what you guys will see on Saturday when you're picking Erosa and being like, oh, he's going to win by sub. Oh, Elkins is 40 years old. Oh, he's a he's a plus 300 underdog. Get out of here. Give me Darren Elkins to win on Saturday. Let's roll with the underdog.
100%. Erosa by sub. Everybody who's going to comment that, tell me who's the only person to submit Darren Elkins. Okay? Because it ain't fucking Erosa. It's Charles Oliveira. All right? And if the only person to submit you in your career is Charles Oliveira, come on, dude. Julian Erosa's not doing it. Let's go. Big time underdog. Plus 280. Second big underdog for Brevin on the night. So Brevin might be making dough this weekend, okay?
You already know. I'm making dough. Let's
I'm
spit some bars.
making dough. Hey, there's a barn burner here. Some may say the best fight on the card.
It could be. Who knows?
Chase Hooper and Jim Miller.
It really could be. I mean, I've been on record saying some fights are poop bowls of the night and they turn out to be fight of the night, and Dana's handing out a $50,000 bonus. So I'm not going to come out here and make any assumptions. One thing I will make an assumption about is Chase Hooper. I really like his grappling, JP. His striking's been evolving. He's honestly kind of like Raul Rosas. Like, the more he fights, the better his striking gets, the more his game becomes a little bit more complete. He's got very, very slick jiu-jitsu. He'll take you down and submit you. Jim Miller, he's very tough. He's very skilled in his own right, dude. But the dude's 41. He honestly, to me, is looking for fights where he can just stand and bang and put on a good show. That's kind of what he did against Bobby Green, but Bobby Green outlanded him, completely. In his last fight, sure, he found a guillotine against Damon No Hairline Jackson. I don't want to hear about it. Give me Chase Hooper. I think he's better. He's 25 compared to the dude that's 41. If he submits Chase Hooper, golly, Lord have mercy on my soul. The world might end, honestly, at that point. But, for my prediction, give me Chase Hooper.
Yeah, let's keep it short and sweet. Bingo bango, give me Chase Hooper by quite literally anything he wants. If Jim Miller submits Chase Hooper, then I'm a girl, okay? There's no way in hell that's happening. And Chase Hooper on the feet maybe it would have been close in his earlier days. I mean, that Slava Claus fight that we saw cracked him, dropped him. Chase has been, oh my God, far and away working on his striking. He's progressing, leveling up. I mean, Chase Hooper in any way possible, anything he wants in this fight. Jim Miller needs to retire. Jim, love you. You've done great. Thanks for the sport. Time to hang him up. Chase Hooper, buy anything. Ground and pound, sticking an ice cream cone in his mouth. Who cares what it is? He can do whatever he wants in this fight.
I agree. All right, moving up the card, we've got Verna Jandiroba taking on Xiaonan Yan.
Interesting one right here. So Verna's last fight, Miss Jandiroba. All right, Verna's last fight, Amanda Lemos. I believe she was a dog.
I think she was. I didn't pick her, that's for sure.
You know who did?
Jay Sizzle.
Yeah, boy. All right. And I told everybody she's going to ragdoll Amanda Lemos. Oh, Lemos going to knock her out.
Hey, don't quote me now.
Mirror shot by shove. Mirror shot by... God, Jesus, man. That's all we freaking heard last weekend. And then he didn't even land a takedown. Embarrassing. Casuals. Yeah. Jandiroba said she was going to dog walk Lemos on the ground because Jandiroba is damn good on the ground. He's damn good. Very tricky. Very tricky. Okay? Xiaonan. She's, just like Zhang Weili. We saw what Weili did to her, but the strong Chinese girl who's got great stand-up, and she'll crack bitches. Rock bitches. She'll crack you hard. What you love to see with a women's fight is a woman with power who's going out there to knock the other bitch out. Right? We're not going out there to go to decision. All right? To point fight. To uts, and just throw stuff nowhere. I cannot stand when they do that. They just throw shit. Are you trying to hit the bitch or are you just trying to hit it? Or you look like you're trying to hit pads. The blueprint to beat Yan Xiaonan is out there. And I think in grappling, we'll see how it goes because I think she's getting there. In grappling, I think Jandiroba hangs in there with Weili as well. I think Jandiroba's a phenomenal grappler. On the feet, I think she is smart. She uses her strikes to get there, right? She's not trying to, I can stand up because I can strike. No, she knows what she's good at. She knows how to put the striking together to get there for her. And if we get on the ground, she's going to sub her, ragdoll her. I don't care. I don't think Jan has the skills to get her off her. Give me Verna Jandiroba by sub or decision.
Oh, I will say Jan looked okay against Mackenzie Dern. I went and watched that fight today. Obviously, it was back in the day when Dern was first, starting inside of the UFC and had gone through her struggles as well. But Jan held her own. Was very competitive in that fight. Ended up winning that fight, I think, via decision. But there were opportunities for her to get subbed by Mackenzie Dern. I think Mackenzie Dern just made a few mistakes and lost position. I think Jandiroba at this point in her career is going to do everything right on Saturday. It's going to be very tough for Jan to really defend herself if the fight does get down to the ground. Jandiroba hasn't lost a fight that she's landed more than 3 takedowns in, and she hasn't lost a fight that she's landed more than one takedown in over 5 years. So if she gets that one takedown, I think she finds a lot of success in this matchup. The one thing to look out for, I mean, the striking definitely is on the side of Jan. She's very powerful. And I like her striking a lot. She could catch Jandiroba. Jandiroba does okay at times defending herself, but at the end of the day, like anyone's prone to getting caught. I don't really like her offensive striking, but JP said it. She uses it to get inside and get her takedowns. That's her style. That's her game plan. And yeah, based on what I saw, I think she could land at least one takedown. I think, she could probably land multiple takedowns. And if she does, you may not be getting back up. So give me Verna Jandiroba. I think she gets it done. But I do think it's an exciting fight. So, like we said, and you may not want to bet on every women's fight out there, but this is one that maybe you can throw a little bit of money on because it will be exciting. It will be very high level. Both these girls are very skilled at what they do.
Yeah, 100%. We don't just shit on women's MMA to shit on it. Okay, these two women are actually high level. All right, this is enjoyable to watch. Unlike the fight earlier on the card, it's not so much.
Right.
All right, very excited. This has worked out the way it has. I'm gonna sit back and relax.
I know you are. I really do know you are.
Very excited. I do not get to go first because this is one of Brevin's boys. All right, Dan 50K Ige versus Sean the Cave Troll Woodson. I forgot his last name for a second.
Sean the Cave Troll. Hey, let me get it straight. It's Sean, the motherfucking sniper Woodson, and you better start putting some respect on this individual's name. I mean, standing at 6'2" in this weight division of 145 is absolutely unheard of and unseen outside of just, I think, one other dude. I mean, Sean Woodson, who he fought in his last matchup, by the way. What's his name? Fernando Padilla. Yeah, those two tall string beans in the 145 division are absolute problems. Dan Ige, short, stocky, awesome dude. All right, he'll throw power. He's pretty good striker, pretty good wrestler. Got some jujitsu. I mean, the dude is the one that stepped up on 4 hours' notice to fight Diego Lopes. Stole the 3rd round off of Diego Lopes. We'll get to Diego Lopes later. But for now, Ige will be going up against a very, very difficult puzzle to solve in Sean Woodson. I mean, the reach advantage, let's see, 7 inches. The height advantage, close to 7 inches as well. Yeah, right? No. 5 inches as well. And it's just going to be interesting to see how these two styles clash. Honestly, Danny Gay, he could find takedowns. I don't necessarily think Sean Woodson's going to be fighting very well off of his back. He throws some elbows. He needs to do a better job of getting right back up to his feet. I just can't pick against Sean Woodson. Maybe I'm biased, but he's been my lock before. I've been calling Sean Woodson out since his very early days inside the UFC when nobody knew who the dude was. I was telling people, this dude is a problem. This dude is a problem. I even JP probably has it somewhere. I said one day Sean Woodson has the potential to fight for the championship inside of this 145 division. His striking is phenomenal. He's so smooth. So smooth. It's going to be a very good test to see where his wrestling's at. Can he stay on the feet? He's got good takedown defense up to this point, hasn't fought top level wrestlers. Dan Ike's a pretty good wrestler there. It'll be an interesting matchup, but give me Sean the Sniper Woodson.
Yeah, I can't confirm. Brevin did say that. Brevin has always been high on Sean Woodson, which is why I was excited for him to go first to hear everything he had to say. And you were right. 7-7. 7 inches height, 7 inches reach.
Okay, there we go.
So that's 14-incher right there. That's a foot and 2 inches. All right.
That's a classic.
Oh man, that's a little inside joke there. Yeah, heard what Brevin had to say. Sean the Sniper Woodson. Dan 50K Ige is a fucking dog. He's a gangster. 4 hours notice against my boy Diego Lopes. Yeah, he fought well. He fought good. Dan's a great boxer on the inside. He's got power. He is a good wrestler, but I feel like he mainly uses it defensively. It's not like he's necessarily going to look out to do it. Fought a lot of high level comp. His most recent loss is to Lerone Murphy. Diego Lopes. He did knock out Andre Feely, who doesn't finish Andre Feely. And then Bryce Mitchell. He lost by unanimous decision. So those were his last 4 fights. The one before that, I mean, let's do a full 5, you know. Nate Landwehr beat Nate Landwehr by decision. So I do think Dan Ige is a gangster. I think he's nasty. I think he's very tough to beat. And I've been notorious. Brevin picks Sean Woodson. I pick against him. With that being said, bingo bango, give me Sean Woodson for the first time ever.
Oh my God, you guys, this is the happiest day of my life.
He is a sniper. If they're going to fight at range, I mean, the 7-inch reach, height advantage, it's going to be tough. And we're in the big octagon. He's got great footwork. Ige's going to have to probably eat a couple to even get close to him to land something big. I think he can do it. Give me bingo bango. Give me Sean Woodson. Brevin, do not be excited. I could jinx us and he gets slept. Okay. I'm just saying I could jinx us. So don't get too excited, but I am backing you. I'm going Sean Woodson.
It's okay, dude. This is the greatest day of my life, guys. I don't think JP's ever picked alongside me when it comes to a Sean Woodson fight. And I've been so freaking high on this dude, and I just can't convince JP. And now today is the day, April 7th, 2025. It feels good, man.
5:49 p.m.
5:49. Sean Woodson's my boy. You guys don't know how much I like this dude, but hey, no weird stuff, all right? He's just a great fighter.
I mean, you guys know Brevin likes those tall, long.
And he's one of the first ones that got me hooked on them tall, long individuals. Okay.
One of the first ones that gave Brevin a 14-inch.
Yeah. He really might give Dan Ige one on Saturday. Hey, he's going to stand out at range. He's going to pop his jab. He throws his up kicks. He shows the knees. He shows the uppercuts. He puts his hand to the left, hits you from the right. It's beautiful to watch. Keep an eye out for that fight on Saturday because it should be fireworks.
Yep.
All right. Moving up the card. We've got Nikita Krylov taking on Dominic Reyes.
Oh, of course I have to go first for this one.
I had to go first for the last one. Just how it goes.
Okay. Nikita Krylov. First things first, hasn't fought in 2 years. You guys know how we feel about that. Inactivity, man. Inactivity, it'll kill you. It'll kill you in this game for sure. He is a younger fighter, surprisingly. I know a lot of people thought Dominic was actually in here, and Dominic's not that old. He's older than Nikita.
He's been around for a long time. He
has been. But yeah, Krylov taking 2 years off. You know, I not a fan of that personally. Not a fan of that. He has had a canceled bout, but not his fault really. His most recent win, Ryan Spann by triangle choke. Look, feel the way you want about how I'm about to break down this fight because I did pick Ryan Spann against Where's Waldo. JP's dumbass pick of the week. All right, we already been over it. Ryan Spann put himself in that triangle. I mean, go watch the fight. He literally put himself in that triangle. It was barely even cinched up, started tapping right away.
Yeah, he fell into it.
Quite literally fell into a triangle, which is beyond me. Ozdemir before that, unanimous decision. And I'm about to get into it. Gustafsson before that. Gustafsson was washed at that point. Everybody knows that.
Now he's in the GFL.
Is that like, is he actually fighting in that?
I have no idea if any of those guys are actually gonna get into an octagon and fight, but hey, we'll see.
Jesus Christ. But anyways, we can go just that far. My main thing I'm trying to point out with this is go watch the Ryan Spann fight. Go watch the Volkan fight. Okay, from the get go, from the first round and on, it's just kind of a mess, kind of a jumbled, chaotic mess, right? And both of them are gassing out. Ryan Spann gassed out. Like, you can ask Brevin. Ryan Spann falls into a triangle. Nikita goes to grab his foot to cinch it in. Ryan Spann's already tapping. It's not even in deep, and he's already tapping. Dude's gassed out. So is Nikita. He's gassed out. Volkan was touching him up. Pause. And then they're both running around scrambling. Nikita's falling on him, bouncing off the cage. And then he lands in a wild scramble, and he ends up on top. Right? So he gets the best out of these scrambles, but it's just wild, chaotic scrambles. I mean, a lot of you aren't going to like what I have to say. Maybe some of you do. I don't care. Dominic Reyes beat Jon Jones. At me in the comments all you fucking want. Go back and watch the fight. It's that simple. Dominic Reyes beat Jon Jones. I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. And then after that, I don't know if it was a lack of confidence, if it was, I can't do this anymore. Who knows what it was. Goes on a terrible skid. I mean, when you have a loss on Tapology that says by power jab, not good. Not good, especially to who it was.
Yeah.
Ryan Spann. But yeah, dude, I don't know. And that was 2 years ago. And then he beat Dustin Jacoby by KO TKO. Everybody's high on Dustin Jacoby now that he slumped. What's that guy's name? Petrino?
Yeah.
And that was one of our last locks of the year last year. Me and Brevin were not happy about that. Anyways.
Literally made me do a bathtub ritual to break the curse. I think that's what started it.
And then after that, Anthony Smith. But everybody knocks out Anthony Smith. But Dominic Reyes has decent takedown defense. He's got good grappling. He's strong. He hits hard as fuck. He's accurate. I think he's got confidence again. I don't like Nikita's 2-year layoff. I do not like it. I don't think Dominic's going to gas out if this wild scramble fuckfest of bouncing off of each other and everything. If he gets hit by Dominic the way he got hit by Volkan and Ryan Spann, I think that's all she wrote. Give me Dominic Reyes, man. Dominic Reyes to win on Saturday night.
Another underdog. Now we got to start calling out these underdogs because y'all just believe that we pick all the favorites. But yeah, the odds change. We cannot control that. He's an underdog right now. Get your bets in while you can before he becomes the favorite. Who knows? He may or may not. Bingo bango, JP. Give me Dominic Devastator Reyes, the underdog. I do think he gets it done over Nikita Krylov. I mean, yeah, Krylov's a very skilled jiu-jitsu practitioner. He can find submissions, but Dominic Reyes is a very good wrestler. He's very defensively sound, and he's just got better hands on the feet. I was a little bit torn early on in my research, but after watching, a few fights of Krylov, 2 years ago now, I'm like, I don't like what I see, especially back then. And now you're gone for 2 years, and I'm supposed to believe you're gonna come back with something different. No, you normally come back a little bit worse. So give me Dominic Reyes. He looked good in his past couple outings, and I think he does again on Saturday.
Dominic Reyes beat Jon Jones?
Guys, I will stand up for Jon Jones. I don't think Dominic Reyes beat Jon Jones. JP is a Jon Jones hater, and he will continue to say those things until the day Jon Jones dies. So read into it as much as you want. You don't have to hate both of us. You can just hate JP. Jon Jones is the GOAT.
Crazy what steroids does for you. Moving on. Next one. Interesting one. Very interesting one. I'm excited. You go first again.
Yeah. This is a bunch of baloney is what it is.
Yair Rodriguez, El Pantera, versus Patricio Pitbull. The debut of Patricio Pitbull in the UFC.
Brother, man. This is a very, very tough fight to predict.
I agree.
Well, let's break both of them down and maybe we can come to a conclusion together. Yair Rodriguez, very skilled striker, very wild striker, throws a lot of spinning stuff. He's going to be the much taller opponent, standing at 5'11 compared to Patricio's stature at 5'6. He also has a much longer reach. I do fall in love with these strikers that strike from range. However, you do a lot of spinning stuff, kind of get off balance, you're no longer in range. The opponent can close the distance. That may come into play on Saturday. Patricio Pitbull, longtime Bellator phenomenon. I mean, he's fought the best of the best. He's beaten Michael Chandler. He's, beaten some of the top guys. He went over to Reyes for a fight. He's a very good fighter. He's now up there in age at 37 years old. He does carry a lot of power in his hands. He's got good wrestling. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's very well-rounded. I mean, talk about the definition, JP, of well-rounded. 12 wins by KO, 12 wins by submission, and 12 wins by decision. I mean, if that's not well-rounded, I don't know what is. The dude is very well-rounded, and more so than that, he knows how to win. Now, recently, I don't think he's fought some of the best guys in the world, honestly. When he went over to Ryzen, he got KO'd in the first round. I didn't love that. But if you look at his track record, he's fought some of these top guys in Bellator. He's put on great performances. As of late, Yair Rodriguez has lost 2 in a row. Granted, they were a sub by Brian Ortega. That's what he does. And he got knocked out by Volkanovski. That's kind of what he does. Give me Patricio Pitbull, JP. Give me another underdog. I like him better than Yair Rodriguez. Sure, Yair is a very skilled striker. If he lands kicks from the outside, it might be a long night for Pitbull. But you know what? Maybe it's a little biased. I'm excited that Patricio Pitbull is now inside of the UFC, and I'm cheering for him to get a win on Saturday. I can't pick Yair and sit there and hope that Yair does well. I don't really like the guy, to be honest with you. So give me Patricio Pitbull.
Interesting. Yeah, we feel the same way. This fight's very hard to break down for me as well. Yeah, man. I mean, the Brian Ortega fight, Yair was clipping him early, dropping him early, doing what he does, landed on him. And then he got subbed late, And the Volk fight, that was when Volk was at his peak. That's when Volk was quite literally Volk, And Volk got touched up a little bit in that fight too. Yair did land, but Volkanovski landed better, landed harder. Brevin said Patricio's got 12 wins by sub and stuff like that. He can wrestle and he can grapple. We sit at range and point fight and pick fight and sit there and tat. Way too much, in my opinion. Way too much when we're that well-rounded. If we're going to do that with Yair Rodriguez does this for a living. He'll kick you. He'll throw kicks from up the middle, from the side, leg kick, body kick, up the middle, and then he'll throw this question mark kick that is quite literally the fastest fucking question mark kick I've ever seen in my life. He'll do spinning kicks. I mean, look at the way he knocked out Korean Zombie. Or it wasn't Korean Zombie, but I don't want that to be racist either. I'm sorry. I have a terrible memory. That little elbow that he did, that back elbow, mink, dropped him. What?
That was funny. It was the Korean Zombie.
Oh, it was? Okay. Thank God. Jesus Christ.
I like how you just started having a freak out inside your own head.
I ain't trying to be racist.
You were correct. You were very correct.
But that's what Yair does. He point fights from the outside. You gotta chop at the leg or get him tired like Volk did. You have to get him tired. Then his output goes down. You don't have to worry about if his output's still high and you're not doing anything for him to respect you. He'll just pop. He won't stop. He'll kick you, and as his leg's coming down, he'll throw a right hand. People that do that and do it well are very hard to deal with. Patricio's going to be smaller. That's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. We cannot sit at range and do it. Volk gave the blueprint for you. Patricio's, 37, almost 38? He's been at the top of Bellator. He's been a champ. You got 12 wins by sub. You have the technique and the skill to do it. We cannot be stupid and try and point fight Yair Rodriguez. We have to make it dirty, get in close, do exactly what Volk did, get him tired, wear on him, break him down, take him down. But yeah, fuck it. Bingo bango. Give me Patricio Pitbull. We cannot sit there and point fight. That is
Really?
the only thing I'm worried about.
That's awesome, dude. I fucking love you for that, man. Yeah, hell yeah. Now I'm very excited. Patricio Pitbull, dude, I will say the one thing with the size differential, and we'll see that in the Dan Ige fight as well. That's the one thing that will cause you to wrestle because otherwise it's very tough. And those guys, when they're getting their legs kicked, sure, you can sit there and be like a prolific point right. You're getting chopped up, dude. You got to do something different. I don't care if you have high IQ. I don't care if you have low IQ. I don't care if your coaches are telling you to keep standing and trading. You have to do something different. You have to address that. He's been around the game long enough. He's fought top level enough competition. I think he's very well cornered, very well coached. If the game plan isn't working and your strikes aren't landing, get inside the pocket, land a takedown. I think he can do that. You're right, though. It's 3 rounds. Yair's gonna be fucking rocking and rolling from the moment the bell rings in the first.
Yeah.
You better be ready for that. You better have a game plan to counter some of that athleticism and the overall power that he has in those early rounds is quite unmatched. It's gonna be tough, but I do think if he implements the game plan successfully, he can get a win on Saturday.
We just can't. Yeah, and the fact that it's 3 rounds. You cannot let Yair get off, and we standing there and we're trying to counter strike with him. That's what Yair does. That's
You're
what
running
he
out of time.
does. We're gonna run out of time. You've been around it. You gotta start chopping at the legs and take him down. Get him tired. And then we can counter strike at the end of the second, beginning of the third. He's
Right.
tired now. Now he's not gonna be as fast, not throw as many kicks. That's the only thing I'm worried about, dude.
Yeah. It's one of those. I mean, it can go either way, but you know.
Took me forever, but I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna deal with it. I want to see Patricio do well.
Yeah. That's the thing too. Like we see what Yair is. Like I want to cheer for Patricio, and I do
Mhm.
think there's a very realistic world where he gets it done. He just, like we said, has to follow a very strong game plan. All right, moving up the card, we've got Bryce Mitchell taking
Yeah.
on John Silva. See, why do you have to go first for these fights that I just know where you're going with your talk track?
Everybody does, my guy. My guy. Hey, we got a couple new subscribers. Hey, if you're here, thank you. Appreciate you. We love you guys. Join the community out here. If you guys don't know, John Silva is the first man. We've had a couple close calls with a perfect card. Brevin had one a couple weeks ago. Had quite a few last year. John Silva's debut was the first one. Okay. Fajeda was fighting on it. We were hyped. We went 12-1 on that card. The only one we lost because we thought Charles Jourdain was going to beat John Silva. Who's this guy, John Silva? He's short, stocky, bald-headed fuck. Guy ain't doing nothing. Psych, slumps Charles Jourdain, ruins our perfect card. From that moment on, said, oh shit, this guy's got something. Now look at what he's done. Fighting fucking nerds, stand up, okay? I'm not even going to use the rest of the talk track. All right, fighting nerds, let's go. Stand up. You can see the reflection in my glasses. And my dog chewed on him. Oh, that hurt my ears so bad. Bryce Mitchell is worried about the earth being flat. And oh my essential press conference, I've been having dreams of demons. Legions of demons. Shut up. Shut up. Bryce Mitchell's a moron. Go fish with Hitler some more. You're an idiot. John Silva by KO. His takedown defense is going to be good enough. I don't care. John Silva by KO.
Yeah, bingo bango, give me John Silva. I don't know if I want to say KO because if Bryce Mitchell takes one more KO, I can't imagine the things that come out of that individual's mouth. He's absolutely just insane. But John Silva, very skilled. The one thing he's obviously got to address is Bryce Mitchell's takedowns, his grappling. He will try that. He will shoot his takedowns. As long as John Silva has an answer, which, I mean, we haven't really had to see uh John Silva deal with that inside the UFC thus far. We'll see on Saturday because Bryce Mitchell will look for that. And he's a good wrestler. He's a good grappler. I'll give him those things. But John Silva carries a different type of power. And we saw what Josh Emmett did to Bryce Mitchell, just put his lights out where he was seizing on the floor. And I think John Silva can do the very exact same thing. He's got to stuff a couple takedowns and he'll be all right.
I did it against Charles Jourdain and then slumped him with an uppercut.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I don't like Bryce Mitchell, I will, give him his flowers. I think it's his wrestling and grappling
Yeah,
is
he is a
much
good.
better than Charles Jourdain. Like he is very, very skilled at that, but at the same time, the striking isn't necessarily there for him, and I think John Silva definitely has a one up in that department. And like you said, he's very strong. I mean, he's 5'7". Bryce Mitchell, and he seems like a small guy, but he's 5'10". He's going to be bigger than John Silva. John Silva just carries a lot more power.
And I've never wanted John Silva to win a fight more in my life.
That's fair.
I mean, you guys call it biased because it is biased. I don't care. I want to see him knock out Bryce Mitchell. I think Bryce Mitchell's an idiot. It was funny originally when he was asking for his camo shorts. And now he's just saying too much. Now he's just a dumbass.
I definitely thought the tapology percentages would be a little bit different. I mean, sure, it's very heavily Silva, but I was honestly
Jesus.
looking for a 100% to 0.
And some people think Bryce is gonna ragdoll him. And if he does, I'd be shocked. I really would. But yeah. Both on John Silva by KO. And
Yeah.
guess who doesn't have to go first on another one like this?
I know. It is what it is. It's not my luck. It's not my lucky day.
Michael Chandler, Iron Mike. Another weirdo who says dumb shit, just weird shit. Michael's a weirdo. But he's entertaining. Going in against the bad day, Paddy Pimblett.
Man, oh man. Hey, first of all, what a great fight. What a great matchup. And thank you, Dana White, for making this a 5-round bout. Exactly, what it should be. I'm tired of these very good co-mains only being 3 rounds. I love to see it. Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett, we get 5 amazing rounds of that. Paddy the Batty. Can't wait for JP's impression. I'm sure I'll give it to you. Very skilled fighter. He's got good grappling, got good hands. He's been working on the hands. I will say the competition level for Paddy the Batty up to this point, honestly, hasn't been amazing. He got a wash Tony Ferguson where he should have retired years prior to their matchup. And then he got a wash Bobby Green. That's honestly just terrible. He did what he needed to do against those two guys. The fight before that, many people said he lost to Jared Gordon. Take that as you may. Jared Gordon is what he is, not very good. And then beyond that, just a bunch of nobodies, to be honest. I like Paddy the Batty. I do. He gets hit a lot. And that's where the saying is, I'm a scout, so we don't get knocked out. That's where it comes from because
come
the
on.
dude gets.
Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, no, I was saving that for you. I'll give you my full scout side. But I'm a scout salad. I don't get knocked out. Better. See, I was just saving that moment for you. But that's kind of where it stems from because the dude does get hit. If you get hit by Iron Mike, it's not a great idea. I like Michael's wrestling. Jiu-Jitsu is probably in favor of Paddy. But at the end of the day, Michael Chandler's been around long enough to know what to do in a lot of those spots. He's fought Charles Oliveira, twice now? Like he's fought top level jiu-jitsu practitioners at this point that I just feel like if he does have his sights on another title run, that he's going to be putting in the work to make sure that he's doing all the right things. He's had nothing but amazing fight after amazing fight since the moment he stepped inside the UFC. He's a lot like Justin Gaethje, whereas UFC record is like 2-4, but he's so entertaining. He's powerful. He's very skilled. He's fought nothing but champion after champion. And I think Paddy Pimblett hasn't really fought anything close to what Michael Chandler is. So for this pick, I'm taking Michael Chandler to beat Paddy the Batty Pimblett, even though I love Paddy. How could you not? Everyone loves Paddy the Batty. It is what it is. He's still got a fan in me, but my job is to predict fights, and I think Michael Chandler wins this fight.
Another dog for Brevin. Point that out. Another dog. Interesting, man. Interesting. This is another one, and Brevin's gotten all the close fights that have been very hard to pick all night, and he's had to go first. His Scouser. I'm a Scouser lad. We don't get knocked out. My dog took a sloppy shot. Hey. I'm going to go out there and say two of the most entertaining lightweights on the roster. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Chandler may not have, and I don't even want to call it fight IQ. He has fight IQ. He quite literally just has fuck it moments and doesn't do what he should and just goes out there and does wild shit. Am I upset about it? No. Does it win him the fight? Not always. Okay. But people like to see him. That's why he sticks around. Everybody wanted to see that Connor fight. Connor's never going to fight. So that's a pipe dream. A pipe dream for the lad. Okay. Scouser. Paddy. Yeah, against Bobby Green. Bobby, they exchanged quite a few leg kicks. All right, there wasn't much stand-up to look at in that fight because it was just kind of calf kick, oblique kick. And then Bobby fell, and then we all saw that. Okay, Brevin was here for that one. We went fucking nuts. That was crazy. All right, triangle to an armbar, out cold, sleeping. Charles, Jesus Christ. Mike has fought everybody. Okay, like Charles twice, like Dust, like this, like that. He's fought high level comp. People want to say, "Oh, Charles Oliveira, he fought him. He couldn't even sub him." One, Charles was hurt in the second fight. Two, Charles knocked him out in the first fight. Didn't need to. And three, he got subbed by Dustin Poirier. That does not make me think Paddy cannot sub him. I do think Paddy has the ability to sub him. My next point. Paddy has gotten clipped very bad before. Really bad. And then he said, I can't get knocked out. Okay, sure. We haven't seen you knocked out yet. You got clipped like a motherfucker, okay? It was close. It was bad. And again, if Michael hits you, yeah, because he'll throw bombs and then he'll rush at you. He'll do wild shit. I think there's going to be a lot of wild scrambles in this one. Don't know why. I'm just going to stick to my gun, stick to my gut. Me and Brevin are sticking to our guts from now on. If we're wrong, we're wrong. If we're right, we're right. Give me the Scouser lad. The favorite. I'm going Paddy, the baddie, to beat Iron Mike on Saturday. Going to be a close one. Not high confidence. Going to be a close one. Sweating this one out probably, but I'm very excited for it.
Yeah. Nonetheless, I mean, we're here to predict fights, but on Saturdays, we're there to enjoy fights, and this is certainly a fight that you guys can enjoy no matter what side you're on. I want to make that very clear. Like, that's what we do, guys. Don't lose your enjoyment inside of the UFC or for the UFC just because you're either betting or making predictions or what have you. At the end of the day, it's great fights, great high-level professionals that are getting in there on Saturday. For our enjoyment, make sure you guys enjoy it too.
I will say, my only lock for this fight, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out there and say under 2.5.
Under 2.5.
Under 2.5.
Uh,
I think whoever wins, it's a stoppage. I do not think this is going to the scorecards. Under 2.5 might be risky. Look at the under 3.5, under 4.5 line. I think under 4.5 is getting a little too bad.
Inside the distance, sure, I'll give you that. I'll give you an inside the distance, but like,
hey,
how many times has Paddy gone 5 rounds?
I don't think once. Huh? I don't think he's ever gassed out though. Also,
yeah, but we've never seen him pass around 3.
I will say, people think Jared Gordon beat him, and he got the win. Dominic Reyes beat John Jones, but John Jones got the win, so who fucking cares, right?
Yeah, I guess, but Michael Chandler is not anything close to Jared Gordon. I'm sorry, but
Fair.
No, sir. All right. Finally, a fight that I don't have to go first on. My goodness. I figured JP would come up with some way to just switch it around and start announcing the fight so I'd feel the pressure to go
Just
first.
cut you
but
off.
It didn't happen. All right, the main event, the one that you guys are very excited to see. Alexander Volkanovski taking on Diego Lopes.
Man, the vacant featherweight belt. Topuria has moved on. Some may say, apparently, the Spanish broadcast leaked his next fight. Apparently, him and Charles are signed. Not confirmed yet. Maybe it is. I don't know. I haven't seen what Dana said. That would be cool. And versus Islam would be cool. I know Islam said he didn't want to do it, but nonetheless, okay. Volk and Topuria are not running it back. And now my guy Diego Lopes steps up. And me and Brevin says he's been there all along since Sean Woodson has come to the UFC. Me and Brevin have been there the entire time Diego Lopes has entered the UFC. And I remember it specifically to this day. We were sitting there. Maybe we were drinking, maybe we weren't. And we're just kind of quiet. And they introduced Diego Lopes. And both of us looked at each other and then looked back at the TV and said, I fucking hope this dude loses because his haircut is fucking terrible. And he proceeded to go out there and dismantle whoever he was fighting, knock the dude the fuck out. And we were like, hey, maybe this kid's got something, dude. From that point on, we liked Diego Lopes quite a bit. Volkanovski. Some say the featherweight GOAT. I would say the featherweight GOAT. Right? I mean, there was a point where he was God. He was the king. He was pound for pound best in the world. I mean, when he fought Yair, I mean, look at his finishing sequence against Yair. He was clipping him all fight, clipped him again big, doesn't rush, slides over there, boom, boom, knee, boom, boom, level change, grab him, pick him up, slam it. I mean, gorgeous stuff. All right, and we're back. Got so excited, unplugged my mic. Anyways, all right, Volk was on top of the world. Everything happened. People want to shit on Volk. People want to say they want to see Volk come back. Diego's nasty in jiu-jitsu. Diego's bigger. And Diego has hands of stone. Diego knocked out Brian Ortega and then woke him back up before he got to the ground. I love Volkanovski. He's disgusting. Nobody was a bigger Volk fan than I was at his height, at his reign. I've talked about the Yair fight multiple times. Even then, watching it, I was screaming at the TV at this dude dismantling him. If he wins, that's great. I'd love to see it. See how much longer he can hold the belt. I personally don't see it happen. I'm worried Lopez sleeps him. Give me Diego Lopes, dog, money in the main event, and new Diego Lopes, the featherweight champ of the world.
I love that for you, man. I do remember that moment when he came out. We were like, dude, look at this dude's haircut. He's going to get what a weirdo. I mean, he's going to get pieced up. And he fought very, very well. He's a very good fighter. However, I don't think he's fought nearly the level of competition as Alexander Volkanovski. Not only with Volkanovski himself, but the level of guys that Volkanovski has fought every single time he steps inside the octagon. I mean, sure, you knocked out Brian Ortega. I mean, Brian Ortega, middle of the road at this point at best. Dan Ige, 4 hours notice, went to unanimous decision. Get Dan 50K Ige the hell out of there, Diego Lopes. That's what champions do. And then it's like Sadiq Youssef. Sure, these are all good guys, but they're not at the level of Alexander Volkanovski. No, Bango. Give me Alexander Volkanovski. Yeah, last time out, Volkanovski gets knocked out by Ilya. Sure. Diego Lopes not beating Ilya, in my opinion. Then he gets knocked out by Islam. Sure. Diego Lopes, in my opinion, stands no chance against Islam Makhachev. I don't care who you are. I mean, those two guys are top of the top. And you want to talk about pound for pound. Those two are now, like, pound for pound, the best fighters we have inside the UFC. I mean, Ilya, maybe, but Islam, for sure. So this big of a step up for Diego Lopes in a 5-round championship fight in Miami, Florida. To me, the lights will be shining a little bit too bright. I got Alexander Volkanovski. I think the power's there for him still. I think he's fine. He finally took some time in between fights. How long ago was that last fight? Let's see. Yeah, February 17th, 2024. After that, Islam KO, he came back to fight Ilya pretty shortly after. I mean, it was only a few months. Finally, take some time, recover. You're going up against a guy in Diego Lopes who hasn't fought anyone near as good as you. I think you're going to be just fine. Give me Volk.
Wow. Split on the main and the co-main. Interesting. We had a good run there for the card.
Wasn't too bad for the entirety of the card.
It's going to be a barn burner, dude. I'm crazy excited. Excited for Saturday.
Nonetheless, honestly, won't bet a ton of money because I truly just want to enjoy this beautiful card that we have stacked up on Saturday. Want to enjoy each and every single fight. And I honestly don't want to be pissed off. And that's the one biggest thing. I really want to have a great time. and I sure as hell will. All right, that does it for the card. That doesn't do it for the show. Don't go anywhere. We have your free parlays coming your way like we do every single week for free, starting with Lockdoor MMA's Lock of the Night. JP, who do you got?
Oh man, you guys heard me talk about two guys very highly. Okay, and I could hype up either one of them and pick either one of them. I'm 11-1. Hold on. Let's double check the numbers on that. Okay, let's fact check. Get my guy to fact check it real quick. I want to give the people. Yep, 11-1 on the year for locks. All right. Don't remember who was the one loss. Okay, we don't remember shit like that. He's a bum. Get him out. I think it's time. It's time, and Brevin may not like it. Okay, Brevin may not like it, and that's fine. But it's time. We step it up. Turn up the heat, per se. Okay? Because to be a champion, you got to beat the champion. You got to go big or go home. And out in Miami, we're going fucking big, baby. Give me Diego Lopes. Dog money. Lock of the night. Lock it in. First dog lock ever for me. Come on, baby.
There we go. Hey, I had the Ryan Loader dog lock, but then I switched it because I got really, really scared. So we'll see. We'll see how JP holds up throughout the entirety of the week. But you know what I've come to realize, guys? My record's not 11-1 for the locks. I suck at the locks. So with that being said, JP was very generous, taking Diego Lopes because I will be locking John the Lord Silva to get it done. I think he finds the KO on Saturday. Let's hope that I'm finally right with the lock pick.
Yeah, baby.
Now, for Brevin's basic parlay, we're doing something different. I left JP's lock the hell off the basic. All right, let's start with my boy, John Silva, to get it done. Then we're going to throw in a young up-and-coming guy by the name of Chase Hooper. Then for my final pick, give me Iron Michael Chandler to get it done over Patty the Batty. Right now, that's definitely plus money. I think you're up in the 200s. All right, Brevin's basic is hitting, and it's paying good this weekend. Thank me later.
Interesting. Like it. Leaving my lock the hell out. This freaking guy, man. Yeah, not bad. Diverse portfolio, you might call that one. Okay. All right. It's time. You guys know what time it is. Okay. Don't talk to me about last week. Don't. Okay, two of the fighters on it didn't even fucking fight. And everybody else lost. Who cares? All right. Card was trash. Everybody thought it was trash. Juicer, it was rotten juice. I didn't know how long I left it in the fridge. I didn't know juice could go bad. Oh, my fault. Okay, that one's on. Dumbass pick of the week. Whatever. That's on me. Last week's last week. This week's this week. And it's fucking juiced out in Miami. If you know, you know. We're juicing these melons. It's juiced. Okay? Sit down. Shut up. Let's go. We're doing it backwards. We're going from the top down. Okay?
Nice.
I normally go from the start of the card. Nope. We're going from the top down of who I want. It's fucking juiced, ladies and gentlemen. To start it off, Brevin left him out. I didn't. Throw my lock in there. Diego fucking Lopes. He's a dog and new featherweight champion. Throw him in there.
I knew you would include him.
Next one. The Scouser. We don't get knocked out, lad. A chicken and a can of Coke. Okay? Patty the Batty. Throw him in there. His dog had a sloppy shit. And then he's going to put Mike's face in the sloppy shit, lad. Alright? Next one. Another dog. Cannot point fight. 3 rounds. We got to get in and get dirty. Patricio Pitbull debut in the UFC is winning. Dog money. The Pitbull himself, throw him in there. All right, next one. Had to throw him in there because he beat John Jones. I'll shut up about it. Last joke. Dominic Reyes, throw him in there. I think he's back on the saddle. He's got his confidence back. Nikita, taking 2 years off. Me and Brevin don't like it. Throw Dominic Reyes in there, okay? Nice. Next one. I don't want to say I've always faded him. I kind of have. Brevin loves him. Sean Woodson. He's in the juicer. Throw him in the juicer. All right. The sniper. Can he beat the 50K and get himself 50K? We'll have to see. Final one. To round the juiced out juicer. Who's it going to be? You ain't getting a gilly on him. Darren Elkins, one of the biggest dogs on the card. If not the biggest. Throw him in there. Erosa's not getting no fucking gilly. Elkins is beating him. This juicer's juiced. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a feeling about Miami's juicer. Plus 13K. Oh my God. There's no way this one doesn't hit. I'm feeling something special about 314, baby.
That's right. We are feeling something special out in Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far, don't forget about the giveaway. Leave your bet, whatever you want, to enter into the giveaway in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're the best out there. You know what? Even if we aren't the best, we have the most fun. We enjoy doing this every single week for you guys.
Facts.
We appreciate you guys. Everyone that's new to the channel, thank you for joining the community. We appreciate it. We're continuing to grow bigger and bigger every single week. I hope you guys enjoy the fights nonetheless. Let's have fun with the people we love, watching the thing that we love to watch, and that's UFC and great fights every single week. JP, with that, I'll hand it over to you.
Man, if you guys could not tell, Jesus Christ, we are so freaking excited like a kid at Chuck E. Cheese, man. All right. Cannot wait for it. This week cannot go by fast enough. Everybody who's new here, we appreciate y'all. Stick around. Trying to build a community around here. Let us know down in the comments, okay? What your bet is. Is it an over? Is it a parlay? Is it a money line? Is it a prop? Who knows? Is Donald Trump going to show up? Whatever it may be, if we can bet it, we'll do it for you. $14, 314. All right. And hey, we had a surprise. The giveaway wasn't it. You'll have to stay tuned and see if you guys find out what that surprise was. Okay, we're working on something. We're cooking something up. Man, let's get after it. I got a great feeling. Got a great feeling about this weekend. Let's get after it. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby. Hey.